So, this is what separates bosses from leaders. Now, when you have certain expectations of your employees, you are going to explicitly tell or teach them what it is that you expect of them. And this is going back to, I titled it Staying in My Lane or Trying to Stay in My Lane, episode 1, about my boss telling me to stay in my lane. But I'm going to share the advice that I gave to him. So, the advice was basically that you have to not only tell people what it is that you expect of them. Like, you cannot go work under the guise or under the, assumption that they just know or that they ought to know. What separates a boss from a leader is a boss is just going to expect you to know. Maybe they'll hand you a manual or a handbook, or they'll just, kind of tell you, like, this is what I want, make sure you do it. And, that's day one, and you never hear anything else about it, except for if you're doing something wrong, because maybe they told you what to do, if they did, but they may have told you what to do, but they didn't tell you exactly how to do it. And the problem comes in when you're not doing it in the manner that they had hoped, really hoped, because if they didn't tell you or teach you how they wanted it done, then that is all that is. It's a hope. Now, as a boss, like, you have to make a decision if you're going to stay on your societal, cultural, or moral high horse and just kind of stay there and not get things done the way that they need to get done, or not make progress, or, end up with a bunch of, like, customer complaints, or, whatever it is that ends up happening as a result. Or do you want to make sure that things are done right as a leader, and explicitly, teach or tell people what it is that you expect from them? You also want to make sure that you're monitoring this, whether this is weekly, it could be daily, depending on what you do, or monthly. You may not want to go, more than monthly with monitoring this. And you also want to give feedback to your workers, your employees as well. So let them know how it is that they're doing. And if you have a revolving door of, employees or people that are working under you, which was the case for my boss, like, you have to make sure that every time you get, like, a new, new employees coming in, that you're going through this process with them. And also, what separates a boss and a leader is that a leader is not going to do it only one time. They're going to make it an actual habit of, on a consistent basis, even with the same employee, teaching or telling what you expect, monitoring, and giving feedback as well, constructive criticism.